Hi, we're Foals, and our album is Everything Not Saved Will Be Lost, Part 1. At the end of 2016, we finished a really long tour because we did our two previous albums kind of back to back. So we took a whole year off and kind of didn't really do any music, just took a back seat and chilled out. And it felt kind of like a reset. So all this music came out, and we found the studio in Peckham where we all live, and we just felt like, right, we're just going to record everything. Yeah, we just kind of thought if we could split it into two parts, that way it's not too cumbersome for someone listening. Because we tried listening to all 20 tracks, and it's a long listen. Like, you're going to be skipping stuff, and that's not the way it's supposed to be heard.
The process of making a record for us is fantastic because we spend a large amount of our time touring, and then we get to stop, and we get to finally pick up our instruments again, lock ourselves in a room and dig deep into our brains, play around with all sorts of things in the studio, and yeah, it's fantastic. It's nice to open up our imagination.
When we were splitting the tracks that we'd recorded into Part 1 and Part 2, we had an idea of a track that was going to end the record, if it was one record. So that's the end of Part 2. And we had an idea for a song that was going to open the first record. So we have these we had all these place markers over both the parts, like both the beginnings and ends of both of the parts, and these middle tracks. And then we just kind of sequenced it to, to just work as well as possible together and to complement each other. I think the second part is heavier, and the first part's kind of there's more. It's more synth. There's more synth kind of.
Yeah, there's more keyboards on it. Yeah, they were like the pillars of each record, like the beginning, middle, and end. And then the other ones kind of moved around quite a lot when we were sequencing, and then they all kind of settled and found their home.
On Nintendo games in the early 90s, you would get Everything Not Saved Will Be Lost as a message in case you were going to leave the game. It's just a computer message. It means nothing in the context of the game, but I think in terms of so many things, it's taken on. We felt like it could have a more poetic meaning to it.
Yanis usually, while we're making the record, we'll start sort of fishing around on the internet or various other sources, and we'll come up with like a huge smorgasbord of different visuals, different ideas, different colors, and then you can kind of bear them in mind whilst you're still making the record. And then he found these two photographs. They just work. They're very different, but they just work perfectly. And I think especially for the first one, the kind of pinky red color scheme seemed to really ring true with the music.
It feels lovely to be nominated again. It's such a prestigious award, and it's just, it's lovely for us to be back here again and be nominated for the third time. We definitely weren't expecting it, so it's lovely.